These have got to be some of the most amazing gold coins that I have ever owned, and likely will ever own. The Rwandan Nautical Coin Series, starting with the Santa Maria, then HMS Endeavour, then HMS Victory, and the Mayflower, now adds number 5 to the series in the form of the Sedov. An incredible coin series shaping up to do incredible things. So let's have a close look at the latest addition to the Rwandan Nautical Gold Series. Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here, and a very warm welcome to you all joining me for this week's edition of In Focus Friday, the show where we take a good close look at cool things made of silver or gold. And this week we have a brand new, incredible addition to an amazing coin series, the Rwandan Nautical 1 ounce gold, the Sedov, the latest edition, the 5th in the series. It's an absolutely stunning piece, stunning coin, and it really is shaping up to be an incredible coin series. Not a cheap one by any stretch of the imagination. I do want to put that out there right now, that these 1 ounce gold versions are rare as hen's teeth. They only have a mintage of 100 coins each, as you can see from the COA here at the bottom, and they do come at quite the hefty premium. But as a high risk investment, and I'm not shy to high risk investments, I think this has got some potential. Only time will tell where the series goes, but in that meantime, Mrs. Backyard Bullion and I absolutely love it, and we really enjoy these coins. So each to their own, but what we can do today is showcase it so you can see it in all of its glory. There are silver versions available as well, which have always been very popular. We haven't got any of those in yet, but I do aim to pick up a couple of them. There are also silver proof versions. I've never collected the silver proof versions, but the silver BU versions are sort of the everyday person's equivalent to the gold here, because these are at ridiculously high premiums. And of course, with a mintage of just 100, they're just pretty much unobtainable for the vast majority of people. And I feel very lucky and fortunate to have these and buy them each year. Very, very good indeed to have that. So the coin itself, commemorating the ship, the Sedov. The first thing is the coin itself is immaculately presented. Once again, the level of detail that's on the ship itself is wonderful, with the same styling as the other coins. If we just grab one of the others here, you can see they look part of the series, but they're eclectic. They all have the different ships on. Some of the compasses and sextants might be slightly in different positions, but ultimately they are all in that same theme, and that's wonderful. I absolutely love the way they look with their matte finish. The matte finish, I've always said, is something that really highlights these kind of coin designs, and you get this wonderful contrast between the shiny sails and the actual background, and I think that's incredible, especially with the lettering as well of the nautical ounce there. Just the sheer detail on these pieces is what I love about them, and the quality is just incredible. So job well done from, I think it's the BH Maya Mint that makes these from memory. Really, really stunning finish. The other side is less exciting, but it does have a different look to it to most coins out there. It's not got the Queen on, of course, it's Rwanda, and the irony is not lost on me that Rwanda is a very, very poor African country that is landlocked. So, you look at that in terms of why is that commemorating a nautical ship theme? But it's not necessarily that they are made in Rwanda. It's just that that's the seal that's been put on there from the back. So you get the traditional kind of Rwandan seal and sigil there with all of the information. 100 francs Rwandais, I think I'm pronouncing that awfully, is the denomination. So it is a coin, denominated coin, which is always nice to have. But here is where all the action is, and you can see the stark contrast in just, that's, but that is, oof. Those are the kind of reactions that I have for this particular coin and coin series. Now, the ship itself is of interest because for the first time in this series, we've got, of course, 5 different coins here, which we will have a look at the others in just a moment. But the 5 different coins, this is the first ship that is still afloat and operational, which I think is really interesting. So they've kind of, obviously they're sticking with the sort of sailing theme, with the sailing boat themes, and there are of course plenty of big sailing vessels still around today, but this one is a 100-year-old sailing vessel that has been around and in different countries' ownership throughout its history. It's fascinating. That's what I love about these kind of coin series where you learn all of these new different things as well. So the STS Sedov is the name, the formal name of the ship, or the Sedov as it's known. It's a four-masted steel ship that was built a century ago in 1921, but it was built in Germany, and it was given originally the name the Magdalene Vienen. I think I'm pronouncing that right, the second. It was built in Kiel, Germany, which is on the north coast, by Frederick Krupp Germany Werft. I'm presuming that's the shipping company? I don't know. Germania Werft sounds like that's the shipping side of things. I'm butchering all kinds of pronunciation here today. French, German and Russian, just all being butchered. I hope you guys appreciate that. The original purpose of the ship was as a cargo vessel, and it is now used today as a training vessel for sailors learning how to operate and navigate sailing vessels. And the reason that it has changed ownership is in the post-war, or in the interwar period. In the interwar period, it was a cargo vessel for the German national state, and then after the Second World War, it was transferred to the Russians as part of the Russian war reparations. It has sailed around the world. It has sailed to South America, around the Cape Horn of Chile, and it is now sailed across the Atlantic. It's done global voyages, and it is of course now ported, I think, in Russia. There have been interesting diplomatic kind of connotations with this ship. It's obviously an incredible piece of history, and it's been sailing around Europe. And I read that there was at one point it was docked in Nice in South France, and the French, I think, wanted to put forward a case that it really should be theirs for the war reparations and not the Russians. And so in the dead of night, the sailing vessel had to leave port before it was served with an official notice from the French authorities. So even to this, and that was in 2008, I think, from what I'm reading. So even to this day, it is forming part of this kind of narrative of intrigue and interest around the vessel. But there are similar vessels like this. I believe I can't remember the name of it. I should have looked it up. But there's one that the United States Navy had as well. I think from the German state in the post-war period, that they also use as a training vessel for sailing. And I believe that every single member of the United States Navy serves a portion of training on that vessel. I believe. I could be wrong. I know who to ask, Aloha Stacker, who has just recently retired from the Navy, but maybe we'll look at that another time. So that is the coin in kind of its glory and detail. It's, I think, an incredible story, an incredible ship, an incredible coin, and certainly shaping up the series to be rather nice. So let's have a very brief look back at some of the other coins in the series. We've got here where it all started, the 2017, and I believe, yes, that's a Santa Maria. And then we went on to the HMS Endeavour, and then moving forwards to the 2019 and 2020. We get there in focus. We have the HMS Victoria and the Mayflower. So you can see that the Sedov is really in some absolutely incredible historic company here for the different ships that are commemorated. And it is, I think, fascinating that this lowly ship, you might call it, that's existed only for 100 years, is in such esteemed company as those of its others in the series. Now, one thing that I will always say about this particular coin series that I don't like is the box, because you'll notice at the moment that I've got all of these coins, pretty loose in their holders here, and that's because once they go in, it's like almost impossible to get them out without ripping the top off the capsule. You have to get something very thin and sharp down the side of there. Now, in theory, it shouldn't work like that, because there's you can see here there's like this dip at the front there, which is where you're meant to be able to kind of press the coin down, and then the lip's meant to come up and you're meant to pick it out. But it doesn't work like that, and it's a little bit annoying. It can be a little bit frustrating. So, you can see here, there's no purchase. It's an incredibly tight fit, and that in a way is like a really good thing, because I have seen coins that have come very, very expensive and rare coins in sets, in boxes that don't hold the capsule very well, and they fly off everywhere when opened and sometimes are damaged, which is not great. I like the display boxes of these. I'm happy that with the silver versions, you get them in this like plastic film, this original mint packaging, you could call it. I'm glad they didn't do that for the golds. It's 100 vintage. You need to make these pretty special in what they look like, and these boxes are pretty good for display. There is no doubt about that. I like them. The COAs themselves could, I think, theoretically better. It's just a piece of thin paper, really. It's not. I wouldn't even describe this as cardboard. And it's always, interesting to think about keeping these things for the long term. We've of course had this one here for close to 5 years now, and it's of course still in its pristine, perfect condition as it was expected to be, but it's not always easy to do that, certainly if you're having things on display, but for us it's always been locked away securely in vaults, and that is what it is really in terms of the series. So where it will go as the series is anybody's guess. We've got, I think, one more to go to finish the series, so 6 coins is what I understand this to be as its complete set. Time will tell as to what that 6th coin will be, but for the time being, let's see if we can get all of these down here together nicely in focus. For the time being, we can but admire and enjoy this 5-coin wondrous series that is so far, and hopefully in the year's time we'll have a complete series of these coins and be able to enjoy them for all of their glory. In terms of an investment, as I said, it is a risky one, it's an expensive one, but boy oh boy are they good looking. You can't deny that. Now I'd love to know which is everybody's favourite of the series so far. For me, there is one standout coin of the lot, and that's the Mayflower. It really is, I think, the best of the bunch so far. Absolutely incredible with the angle of that ship, just the way it's swaying in the waves. It's got so much drama attached to it, and it's I think the oldest ship that we've got here on this particular. Actually, no, I beg your pardon. I think that the Santa Maria might technically be an older vessel, but certainly of a similar age in terms of periods of history. But awesome coins, awesome series. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section for which that you like the best and whether or not you like this coin series and enjoyed this video. Otherwise, that is it from me today. A big thank you for you all to watching, and we'll see you on the next one. As always, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.